This is learning target L, surface area. We're going to find surface area, then use a rate. We're going to go through number one, help you set up number two, let you complete that. Let's take a look at number one, the Mega Bruiser. It's a 4-inch wide jawbreaker candy. If you've never seen one of these before, here is a cross section of it. So it's 4 inches in length from left to right, meaning that's the diameter. And you can see that it's basically just a bunch of layered candy. And as the directions kind of say here, a jawbreaker is made by layering a small ball of sugar. Okay? So in this situation, that green center is a compacted ball of sugar with liquid sugar. It's heated, hardened, kept in the shape of a sphere, and that process is just repeated many, many, many times. So what we're talking about here is volume, but in a way, each layer is the surface area of the ball, and it gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So this question says that Miss Partial bought 28 jawbreakers for her third hour class. How many total square inches could the last layer of liquid sugar cover for all 28 jawbreakers? All right, so we've got 28 jawbreakers. The radius of each jawbreaker is 2 inches. We're going to find the surface area of one jawbreaker. Formula is 4 pi r squared. Essentially 4 circles cover the outside of a sphere. So it's 2 squared. And so 4 times pi times 2 squared is 50.3 square inches. So that last layer of sugar, of liquid sugar, needs to cover 50.3 square inches of the sphere. All right, well, we have 28 of them. So this is a number here. It's 50.3 square inches per jaw breaker. I'll abbreviate that with JB. We're going to multiply it by 28 jaw breakers. Now, the nice thing about units is they're not magic. These ones will cancel out. And this will tell us we're left with surface area for all 28. So we'll multiply 50.3 times 28, and we'll end up with 1,408.4 square inches. Number two looks at Miss V's pencil holder from when she was in high school. So we've got a pencil holder here with a couple of dimensions on it. Looks like a prism with a half cylinder kind of on top of it. After thinking back about her experiences in high school, she wanted to bedazzle this pencil holder, which means to put a bunch of beads on the outside. She needs to know how many rhinestones to buy before she could hot glue them. If each stone has a base area of 9.7 square centimeters, so 9.7 square centimeters per stone, how many rhinestones will she need to completely cover the outside of the pencil holder? All right, we need to find the total surface area of this, and then we will need to somehow make sure that centimeters squared cancel with centimeters squared, or square centimeters, and that we are just left with stones. So I'm going to let you kind of think about that. As we break this down, let's talk about all the different shapes. You're going to have a half circle on the front and the back, which is going to make a whole circle. Just zooming in on the shape here. Half circle front, half circle and back makes a whole circle. The diameter all the way across is 9, so the radius is 4.5. All right, you're going to have one of those. The lateral surface, you are going to have half of a rectangle. So the rectangle is the circumference times the height. The height is the distance between those bases, so it would be 42. And we've got to multiply that by half because we've only got half of the cylinder. The rest of it is going to be rectangles. The front and the back are going to be the same. So you'll have a 9 by 35 there. Multiply that by 2, and then you'll have a 42 by 35. That's the left and the right. Multiply that one by 2, and then we have one bottom. The bottom is a 9 by 42. So we've got all of these pieces. We're going to find the area of them, multiply accordingly, and see if you can figure out what do we need to do with this 97. Obviously, it's either multiply or divide. How does that work? Check the completed notes when you're done.